everyone, Lisa Smith here with Created Inc. and we are bringing you a video today. I am here with Brett Smith, the creative genius behind The Grand Picture Show, a filmmaking, editing, production,
there you go,
one-man company.
There you go.
Here locally in Texas, and also the creative genius behind the Smith family. So this is my husband.
Hey.
Yay.
Hi, glad to be here. Super pumped. I mean, I live here, but
Yeah, we
still
both
glad
live
to be here with you.
We both live here, but we're bringing you, this is not about us, this is about you. And so we're bringing you a video today, and we just want to talk about some F words. We want to get real.
I didn't know this was that kind of show.
It is. We want to get real about creativity and some F words that just will mess us up.
Like the F word?
The F word. So the F words here are fear. We are going to be talking about failure. And we're also going to be talking about fun.
The most important one.
The most important F word. Regarding creativity and relating to creativity. So we'll just get started here.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be best to kick it off with fear.
Yeah.
A couple things. We are both kind of in that space in creating our own businesses and starting, and everything that we do has to stem from our own creativity. And a lot of times being creative also makes you vulnerable.
Yeah.
So the hard thing when it comes to being creative is overcoming that fear of what people are going to think of your product or of your designs. Everything that you do, it definitely is a part of you that you're expressing in that time. And when you do that, you leave yourself open to criticism. You leave yourself open to feedback. And a lot of times you might experience some of that stuff in a negative manner.
Yeah.
So fear can really cripple a business or creative at every point. And so one of the things that we have to hold each other accountable for is making sure that whenever we have our products, that we make sure to be okay with people not liking what we create. And a big part of that is that everything that I create and everything that you create, it's not gonna be for everybody. And that's okay, because the people that it's meant for will enjoy it that much more.
Yeah.
So overcoming that fear by understanding that what you create and what your product is just not cut out for every person that you come across.
Yeah. Somebody had posted, there's a company that I follow, and she's always posting, she's incredible, but she's always posting Dear Christian Believers. And she has her own apparel company, but she posted something and I just took it in and I loved it. She said, I'm gonna make something, and either you're gonna love it and you're gonna think it's dope, or you're not, but either way, God still loves me. And that, I just love everything about that saying, because it's the truth. God doesn't ever look at our work. Man, just like a parent, just like our own kids, we have 3 boys. And just like our own boys, if they're so excited about something and they've made something, whether it's Play-Doh or it's a drawing.
Even if it's not good.
Most of the time
it's probably not good.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's great. In our eyes, right?
Yeah.
So every time they show us something, our reaction is never, sometimes our reaction is, hey, you could probably do this a little better or do that different or work on that, because that is definitely potential. But our reaction is never disappointment or that sucks. That's not going on our fridge. And so just as we as parents are that excited about our children's creations, so is God. He looks at everything we do and he is utterly proud, because he knew that was already in us.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
And that actually is the failure, right? You don't have to worry about being a failure.
Yeah.
Because the only person that has the right and the authority to call you a failure is you.
Yeah.
So being mindful that as long as you are comfortable with what you've created, knowing that no matter what, your God still loves you, that you can move on past whatever it is that you would consider a failure. The rest of it's just opportunities to learn, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've covered a little bit of the failure and the people pleasing, right? That we often have, the need to have everybody accept what we make or enjoy what we make. or like what we make, or even buy what we have, what we make as a creative, but also the fear of failure. And so what are some things specifically in your lane that you try to practice or remember so that you don't get caught up in that fear of failure?
That's interesting, because I run into that a lot, making videos and still feeling like I'm learning the space and learning my capability. Every new project is like man, I really hope I can get this right. And so I guess some of the ways that I overcome that is I have like a risk it mindset, like I would rather just jump in there and give it everything I have than not to take that opportunity at all. So that kind of mindset helps me when I'm approaching new projects or approaching things that I'm not sure, that I've never done before. That fear of failure is like right there in your face, like maybe I don't know enough, maybe I don't know my camera enough, maybe I don't know my sound enough. But every time I just have to remember that the only way I'm gonna get there is to push myself and to try. That's the only way I'm gonna grow. That's the only way I'm gonna get better. And so in doing that, I recognize that at every opportunity I've learned more and I've grown more and I've gotten better at my craft and better at my skill. And knowing that I put the work in beforehand, right? That's a comfort. That's a comfort facing those new projects and those new ideas, is that I've spent the nights studying my camera. I've spent the nights, reading about filmmaking, watching videos about filmmaking. My YouTube playlist is all, editing videos and camera reviews and understanding all the intricacies of my craft. And I think understanding and being comfortable knowing that you've poured into yourself enough.
That's good. That's really
so
good.
That whatever you come across, you're going to be ready for. And if you don't, that's okay. If you take on that project, it doesn't turn out as well as you planned, you just have to take that as another learning opportunity. And so one of my things to help me with that is I tell everybody I make videos for, hey, you're not going to pay until you love the product. And if you don't love the product, no harm, no foul. I was a growing and a learning experience for me. You don't have to pay anything, and I know a couple other people that might be able to get you the vision you want. So that's what I do. Try to recognize that I have invested in myself.
That's good.
That it's going to take for me to risk it to get better. And that there's not really any failure. There's just opportunities for growth.
That's real good. And I think it's okay to have a little bit of, not necessarily fear, but maybe even nervousness when you're trying to deliver a product, or when you're working with another person to deliver something that they had envisioned, because I think that keeps yourself always growing, right? Because if you're just always comfortable and you're like, they're gonna love this, oh, knock this out of the park, you're really not pushing yourself to grow, and you've also almost lost a little bit of maybe even honor and humbleness. And I think it's really good to always always be humble in what you're doing, and knowing that whatever field you're in creatively, whether you're an artist or an apparel, company, or a producer, video editor, musician, whatever, that you're always at the service of people. And so I think that's a really humbling thing.
Not getting complacent.
That there's a humble place in that. And that creates really great relationships with people that you're serving. So
absolutely, and really great products. And that not growing complacent and always wanting to push yourself, I agree, it's important. It's not that little bit of nerve, that little bit of like, oh, I hope I do this right, will push you and keep you out of getting, like you said, comfortable. And that honors your craft. I love that.
Absolutely.
That's
hey,
great.
Thanks. Thank you, Holy Ghost. And so the last and final word, the F word that we are going to be talking about today, which is a great F word, fun. In creativity, there's so much fun, and oftentimes we forget how fun it is. And maybe it's because we move into the merchant side of business when you kind of, enterprise yourself. And so you lose a little sense of the fun, and it now becomes a lot of
a chore
or
a responsibility.
Being a merchant, right? now people are wanting and expecting from you, and sometimes that's not very fun.
Yeah.
But I think that it's really important to always have fun in the center of whatever you're creating.
Especially because the thing that you're creating, it probably started from a place of passion in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, so
Absolutely.
remembering that this is what I love to do. I was doing a shoot the other day, and I had to take a step back, and I sat there and I actually thanked God, like, man, thank you, God, that I get to do this.
Yeah.
I get to do what I love to do.
Yeah.
So often.
Yeah.
And it a lot,
Absolutely.
and sometimes it's paid. You know, it's even a blessing too.
Hey,
But
bless the Lord for that one.
but just remembering that passion
Yeah.
is what got me started. So even whenever the deadlines start coming, the expectations start
Yeah.
coming, the dealing with customers and making sure that you're feeling like the product you create is valued at a certain
Yeah.
dollar amount.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even whenever you can set all that aside and just remember that this was stirred and brought out of a passion that was placed
Yeah.
inside of you.
That's good.
And helping you to remember to continue to find and grow deeper in that, and just watch, God kind of work his work on
Yeah.
your craft.
Those are our 3 F words. Not probably what you thought, right? And then if all else fails, just F it. Just F it all. No, I'm just kidding. No, but hopefully you guys have been encouraged, inspired, motivated even.
Yeah.
Maybe even feeling like you're not alone if you're feeling that
Yeah.
sense of fear or failure in getting started. At the end of the day, just have fun.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you for coming
I'm here.
and being on my video here with Created Inc., the Grand Picture Show, the one and only, at the Grand Picture Show on all your social media pages. Yeah.
All right. See you guys next time.